Hey, welcome back to another episode of the Hose Comedy Podcast. I'm Hondo.
I'm Obi.
And we have a guest today for the first time here. We have a lot to talk about. I'm telling you that right now. His name is Luis. Luis, welcome. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
We're happy to have you, man.
I'm happy to be here.
Because pretty soon and you know what? Before we start, please promote whatever you want to promote when it comes to like either Instagram or whatever you're rocking at the moment.
Follow us on Instagram at Studio63. Follow us on Facebook. We also have Snapchat, TikTok. Here to promote the comedy show coming this Friday. We're starting a little early. We start at 8 o'clock sharp. So we start seating people at 7:45. 8 o'clock is when we start the first show. The first comedians. We got a big show this month, dude. We have Ruben Ramirez. I don't know if you guys know who he is. He's been blowing up everywhere right now. He went viral for a couple of things he's done. But, dude, he's filling up theaters in Texas, California already. To me, bro, I think he's going to be he's the real deal. He's going to be big, bro. I mean, like, I see specials his way coming soon. I honestly, I think we're pretty honored to have him come to the spot, you know, especially since we're a newer comedy show.
Yeah, that's awesome for sure.
Him to come and, you know what I mean, and do a set with us. But yeah, bro, follow us. And after that, starting November 22nd, we're gonna start having open mic nights.
Nice.
On Friday nights.
Okay.
And then I think that's huge too, because that's for comedians, musicians, poets, whoever wants to come and just, you know, practice and, you know, with the live audience.
Yeah.
I got my sound guy on Friday nights. He's really good. We're updating sound systems right now just for that. So, you know, we're going to go all out. We really want to put on a good show for everyody.
That's cool. Yeah,
I mean,
especially because like Fridays usually they have like big events, like so other comedy clubs. I think that's a good idea, man.
No, I mean, and that's for sure awesome. Comedy's getting big right now, and so Studio 63, Chicago area for the listeners out there, just in case you're wondering. So what made you decide comedy, if that's the case?
So it's been a while. It's been maybe like, so I've had the bar for 3 years now. 3 years in July. In September. So for like 2 years, I had been trying to get comedy in there, but honestly, bro, it was hard. Like, it was really, really hard. The comedy scene, especially the comedy Latino scene in Chicago, is really, really, I want to say political.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, it's really
yes.
political, really
Yeah.
cliquish. There's some people that run the scene on the north side and maybe the south side.
Yeah.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, so like,
okay.
unless you're talking to them, you know what I mean? Like, you can't get it. It's kind of a long story, but there was a point where I thought I was gonna have a comedy show already.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I had okays from everybody, everything else, and then everything just went silent.
Almost like a blessing in a way.
Yeah,
Like, it's
kinda like
okay.
that.
It's okay for you to do it.
And then all of a sudden, dude, like for a month, I didn't hear from nobody. And then all of a sudden,
Nobody as in what? Comics?
or nobody is the people that were gonna come and do the show.
Okay.
And then maybe like a month and a half later, I started seeing flyers, and it was at different locations as to the show we were gonna have.
Oh.
And I kind of, you know, like I'm pretty good at connecting the dots. I kind of knew who maybe might have blacklisted us in regards to stuff.
I see. Okay.
So then, yeah, bro. After that, I was like, you know what, man? Like, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, I'm just gonna, you know, keep on doing what I gotta do. And then one day, maybe like exactly like a year later, Almando came to the bar, and he had met one of my bartenders, Jenny, and Almando had spoken to her and told her about, you know, bringing a comedy. I told him, and honestly, bro, at that point, I was like, you know what, man, stop by, dude. Like, I've heard it all. I've been through it all already with comedies.
Right, yeah,
I'm like, so. You know, I'll hear you, but I'm not gonna expect much.
I'll believe it when I see it, basically.
Yeah, exactly. So he came by, bro. He's like, man, you know, he told me the exact same thing that everybody else had told me. He's like, hey, man, I don't know what, you know, this is a good spot. I don't know why you haven't had comedy here. We could do this, we could do that. And I was like, all right, like, you know, like you're telling me everything else everybody else has told me. let's see what happens. So then, no, man, he started moving. He started doing his stuff. He started getting a flyer. He started, promoting it. And basically, he's my promoter for the comedy night.
Okay.
And he started bringing in all these comedians, or trying to find the first night we had a good show. We had a good showing. He brought in some big comedians. I can't think of the names right off the top of my head, but they were funny, bro. Like they were legit comedians. We did all right. And then it started slowing down a little bit. You know what I mean? But again, and I would tell Armando, like, hey, bro, I'm like, you're gonna have a lot of obstacles. I'm like, because I'm telling you, bro, I'm like, they don't want us to have a show. And he didn't believe me.
Oh, I see. Like, just
Yeah, like
now when it comes, is it because of just finding comics that are willing to do it, or is it finding comics that are like that want to do it but need to kind of get it or are looking for an okay to do it?
I think
that's what it kind of sounds like.
I think it's a little bit of both.
Okay.
I think there's some comedians that are loyal to certain promoters.
Oh, I see.
Okay. And maybe that's why they don't want to do it.
Uh-huh.
There's other comedians that they don't want to be the first ones because they don't want to be sitting in the room where it's empty still.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean, kind
Now,
of thing.
what about the pay? Is it almost like, hey man, like we our pay is right, come through, but they're more like, nah, it ain't about the pay, it's about something else type situation too, almost.
You know what? On
'Cause
that
you would
part,
think like if the money's right, then like why
on that
not?
part, on that part, it might have been some of it might have been the pay, some of it might have been the other part.
Right. Like you said, the loyalty.
Yeah, loyalty. And or maybe they don't want to be blacklisted either.
I see.
You know what I mean? So we our budget isn't big, bro. It isn't. Like if it and I tell everybody, I tell for my comedians, DJs, everybody that I work with, I'm like, look, bro, if I'm making money, we're all making money. I'm like, but if we're not making money, like I don't know where you think I'm gonna fucking just, pull money from to pay you.
No,
You
of
know?
course,
Yeah.
of course, of
You know what I'm
course.
saying? And another thing for me is if I'm gonna pay you, you know what I mean, or if the market dictates what you get paid. You know what I mean? So if I book you and nobody comes, then bro, like, were you really worth the money?
Right.
You know what I'm
of course.
saying? And that's
Exactly,
a huge
exactly,
thing too.
I
You know what I
hear
mean?
Right.
I
You
feel-
need to have a drawing too. Right.
Yeah, and I feel like sometimes, yeah, like if you don't have a following or if you can't bring people, you know what I mean? Like, then bro, like, I'm not gonna put you on because at the end of the day,
I'm losing.
yeah, I'm losing money too. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Of course. Yeah.
So
Yeah, hear you.
I feel like that's a little combination of both. I feel again the South Side is a little bit harder to bring people.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so one time I didn't get in trouble, but the girls were like, "You maybe shouldn't have said that."
Why though?
After the show,
Know what I mean?
because I was
But
like,
why,
dude,
though?
I'm like, after the show, the girl, they would always ask me to say something. So I was like, hey man, we're trying to bring comedy back to the South Side. Everybody come out,
Yeah.
come to the show.
Yeah.
I'm like, the South Side doesn't stop in Pilsen. And I feel
Oh,
like,
I see.
yeah,
Okay.
and I feel like, and it's
Now,
true,
is
bro.
that where there are comedy shows going
There's
on?
comedy, like,
There's a
yeah,
lot of comedy
okay.
shows in
There's
Pilsen.
comedy.
Okay.
There's a lot.
Now
of,
they're popping up.
Now,
yeah,
okay.
and you know what I mean. Like, and the thing for me is that, I mean, like, the South. Everybody wants Pilsen. You know what I mean? Like, where are you at? Oh, in Pilsen, and it's like I get it. You know what I mean? Like, I used to go drink in Pilsen. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
that's
Be
where
honest,
it's at.
I really don't want to go all the way to Pilsen.
But you know what I mean? But again, I was telling Gobi,
Yeah.
dude, there's people that are always telling
Many
me
reasons.
There's people that are always telling me like, hey man, why don't you do this? Or people don't do this on the South Side. People don't do that on the South Side.
Yeah.
And it's like, bro, like we do it and you guys don't come. You know what I mean?
Okay.
If I give you the exact same lineup, exact same everything, I do it in Summit where we're at, or I do it in Pilsen. Everybody's gonna want to go to Pilsen, even if there's no parking, even if they have to pay more for everything. And it's like, bro, like I get it. That's the popular place to go right now. But if you want stuff to come to the South Side, you got to support it. You know what I mean? You have to come out. You have to come and
Yeah.
watch it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, dude,
You
you're
hear
not.
that, guys? Whoever listening or you're watching out there,
You know what I mean?
go
Like-
out there. Studio 63, Southside. What's up? Comedy. I need to say something real quick. This is a Halloween episode, by the way, because if you're watching, I am in a costume, and Obi's wearing something too. Our guest here, we didn't want to force him to wear a costume, obviously.
That's how I dress all the time.
So if you want to watch, I'm Cheech. What are you supposed to be?
Oh, your buddy, bro.
Chong?
But I forgot the bandana.
Dude, that bandana's a
Yeah.
colorful bandana.
Yeah.
And glasses. Man, you're way off. Anyways, So yeah, just to throw it out there. But besides the comedy,
Uh-huh.
how's everything in between with Studio 60? Well, let me ask you this before that. Before even that, how long? Because I know Studio 63 was open before. I mean, how long since has it been since you reopened it?
So
Because that was like a
Originally-
shock where I'm like, Studio 63.
yeah, so originally Studio 63 was on 63rd in Harlem. It was there like in the late 90s is when it
Mhm.
opened again.
Oh, believe me.
It started as Prime
People
and
know.
Tender. It started at Prime and Tender, then they closed it for a little bit. Then it was a country bar. It was called OK Corral. It was there for a bit, maybe like 2-3 years,
Yeah.
and then
Man,
they
yeah.
made it, they rebranded it and they made it Studio 63 again.
Okay.
Or then they made it Studio
OK
63.
Corral. When was OK Corral opened up?
It was in the early 90s. So like
Okay, you know what?
yeah.
I gotta ask my mom is because she used to
She
be
probably used to go to Studio 63.
when it was OK Corral because
Yeah.
she was into country at the time.
Yeah.
And I remember her going like, we would be line dancing somewhere. I'm like, where the fuck you line dancing? You know what I mean? I didn't like, where are you doing that in Southside Chicago?
It might have been there.
Yeah, right. So go ahead.
Yeah,
Sorry.
no, yeah. So it was there, and then, man, I don't even know what year they
went
closed it. Yeah,
Because I remember it closed. I remember saying like, goodbye, Studio 63, bub. You know, man, like
Yeah.
everyone saying sick goodbye. But that was a while ago, I believe.
yeah.
Right?
It had to have been 2000. Man, probably like 10 years ago.
Yeah, in the teens, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It closed, and then, so at the end, there was two brothers.
Mhm.
It was Nick Gudos and Jerry Gudos. They were the owners. They were the owners of Studio 63. And when they closed, what happened was they that building, they didn't own it. It was leased.
Mhm.
So long story short, they couldn't release it or whatever. The business wise negotiations didn't work out. So then what it was is they had a 4 a.m. liquor license. So the town, they couldn't just sit on it, and the town's like, hey man, you guys need to do something with your liquor license tonight. You're gonna lose it. So, and this is coming from Nick. So you know what I mean, like he told me the whole story.
Right.
So he tried to look for a new location in Summit, a big one just like the old one, and he couldn't find it in time before the liquor license expired.
Okay.
So then he ended up where we're at now, which is more of a bar location than a nightclub.
Right.
And then he ended up
How
there.
large? What? You know what? I'm sorry. I don't think I ever stepped foot in that studio.
I was
64.
massive.
Yeah,
bro.
even though how
It
long,
was-
even though
it
how
was-
long it was there.
It was fucking.
Because
It
by the
was
time I
huge,
was
bro.
old enough to party, I was already in the military, and then even when I
Bro,
stopped
you
by,
probably went there, dude.
Not-
Because that was
I,
that.
don't, I would believe me. I would remember a Studio 63
check
trip.
it out, bro.
Especially
They
where
used
it
to
was
close
at.
the bars at 1,
Uh-huh.
so
That was
Studio
after
63
hours,
was
right?
the after
Yeah.
spot.
Yeah, you see, no, I don't. Maybe, but maybe I was just.
Bro, you smoke too much weed, dog.
Nah, but okay. But it might have been like on a drunk tip. Know what I mean?
I mean, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
By the time you end up there, is because
I'm trying to think of how large it is. But okay, but you said now it's sort of like a bar location. All right,
Yeah.
so go ahead.
Yeah, it's way smaller. So then he bought it. They fixed the place up. They made it into the new Studio 63. It's a bar, bro. It's not a nightclub. I feel like that was the only difference is that they still had that nightclub mentality.
Of course,
Yeah.
of course.
And,
you hear the name, you're like, what?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I still have the old sign that says nightclub out there. When I have money and time, I'll take it down and just put bar.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, they had it. He had it for like 5 years, and then COVID hit, and then he started looking to sell it. At that time, I was already looking for a bar to buy. I looked, and I knew them from before, from previous stuff. So I went to go talk to them because someone told me that they were selling it, and I went over the numbers. I looked at everything, and I'm like, you know what, it's a good deal. So I purchased it, and then that was 3 years ago. 3 years ago, on September 1st was the day that I closed on it.
Nice. Well, congrats on that. And again, like when I seen even heard the name Studio 63, I was like, what?
Yeah.
Like, wait a second. Okay.
Yeah, we get a lot
Nice.
of that. Still.
Good, yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. Do you get a lot of, I guess, people from, I would say, back in the day? Hit that, please. 1 second. Walk in and go like look around, be like, oh, okay. You know what I mean? Like, this is the new Studio 63. Like, do you have any of that?
Nah, they always come in there like, This isn't the old Studio
Oh,
63.
you get the hating.
Yeah,
All right.
all the
Okay.
time, bro.
Of
And they're
course.
like-
Of course.
They're like,
I mean,
this is way smaller.
Did you ever go to the studios?
Bro, I used to live there. So backstory, a little backstory
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
I don't know if people don't know. My parents, there used to be on the corner of Studio 60. There's a little hot dog stand, and my parents bought that from the old owner.
Okay.
And they made it to a taco spot, and it was there for a little bit. My parents never worked in restaurants, so it was they didn't know what they were getting themselves into.
No, yeah, I heard it's tough.
Yeah,
I heard
so
it's
it's
tough.
but yeah, bro, they had it for like I want to say like 3 years, a little bit over 3 years. So I used to know the owners because they were never there during the day, and I was working next door. I would go and like receive their their liquor stuff and like sign for it, and like go check on the building if something was going, like alarm went off,
Right.
Okay.
stuff like that. So that's how I got to know them.
Okay.
And then when I turned 21, bro, like I had the hookup in
It was
there, so
on.
I was always there, bro. And then I lived in Summit. I grew up in Summit my whole life.
Okay.
So even if anywhere I was at, like that was my last stop before going home. So yeah,
No, I got you.
I was always at the old.
Okay, cool. Oh man, with that being said, so you'd be like right there, right by Haunted Trails, then, huh?
No, more
Nah,
down the street.
more north,
okay,
yeah,
okay,
more,
okay.
yeah, more north. Yeah.
Gotcha,
Yeah.
gotcha.
It's in that between Harlem and Orchard field right there.
Oh, I see. I got
Yeah.
you. Okay.
Yeah.
No, I meant the old one. The old one.
The old one's on 63rd in Harlem,
Yeah.
like literally on 63rd in
Yeah.
Harlem.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
But now you're on Archer.
Yeah, now I'm on Archer
Okay.
Road. Archer Road and 63rd.
How do you like the new spot and location?
Man, well, it's kind of hard sometimes because the old one was the old one, and
Of
course.
everybody always has that in the back of their head.
But you have the sign though, so I'm sure as soon as someone, drives by that and sees it, and you're like, wait a second, is that
Yeah.
what I think it is?
Hey, did the owners back in the day? Did they used to pay that dude that whistles all the time?
No, bro. So that's funny that you say that.
That's what you need in the new one, bro.
So that guy came by one time, bro. He came by, and I had just bought it, and like I guess he hadn't come by in a long time, so
Uh-huh.
he came by and he starts whistling. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, what's
He's
wrong with this
trying
guy?
to see if it feels the same.
Yeah, he don't because he would whistle all night, bro.
The
Like
whole night, dude.
the
This
whole
one was
night,
like,
bro. I don't know how he did it. Yeah. So like all of a sudden it was funny because like all the old heads like turned around and they're like, he's here. Like, his name is like Johnny Whistle or something like that.
Johnny whistles
Yeah, and
No, bro, he would dance all night with his girl, bro.
and just whistle the whole
just
time.
whistle, but
Yeah.
loud as fuck,
That's
bro.
hilarious.
Yeah, because you can hear him over the music.
Dude, his wife or girlfriend was probably deaf, so she had no idea what was going on. That's why he did it.
Yeah,
Bro, that's
You would think you get sick of it, right?
That's funny, dude.
especially
'cause
if you
any
married him
day
or
you-
married-
any day you go in there, that motherfucker's in there, bro.
man,
just
that's how drunk I was when I used to go because I don't remember him, bro.
You don't remember?
No, I don't
him?
know.
But you remember the whistle.
I
I was seeing him like from far away, but I remember the fucking whistle.
Yeah,
dude.
That's
Bro,
funny.
you-
You're like, you don't remember the guy, but you remember the whistle.
Yeah, like-
you'd be like all drunk, like, and you're like the
Bro, because you
in the
get out of
background, like,
dude,
is that a whistle?
you would get out of fucking studios and you
Uh-huh.
still hear that fucking
You
whistle,
still-
dude.
And then like right when you hear the door open again, you hear the door close.
Bro, it's like he's on back of your car, bro. Like, what the fuck?
Oh, that's so
I
funny.
got some Chucky shit.
So,
dude.
so he stopped by and walked in. He walked there. He looked around. He was like,
yeah, that's exactly what happened. He was checking the
"It's
acoustics.
not the same. It's not the same.
It's not.
It's not the same.
It's not that echo,
Yeah,
It's not the same, man.
bro. And this was him the whole day.
yeah, bro.
dog.
And the whole time, literally, like,
His arm must be tired, bro. Man.
I mean, yeah, bro. I don't know how you could whistle for that long and that loud.
Dude, he was. Oh yeah, he was all into it, man.
Bro,
You think he was on cocaine?
Nah.
it probably just some people are just built different. dog.
Oh man, that's so funny, man. I hear you. That's funny.
Yeah, but he stopped by one time and we were like, and then right away the older was like, that's Mr. Whistle. He's like, fucking, he's gonna whistle all night. And I was like, but bro, people come and ask, they'll call me like, hey, does the whistle guy still stop by? And I'm like, once in a while he'll do a cameo.
They're like, damn, that's too bad. Because if he did, we would have stopped by to say what's up.
I know.
Maybe we should hire him for a little.
He's like the
bit.
Johnny Woo Woo of the South Side, bro. Studio 63.
Like, hey, bro, what's it gonna
Johnny
take for you to
Woo.
just chill and just whistle all night?
Yeah.
Bro, that's what I thought. Like the people, did they pay him?
Get a mascot, bro.
Nah, bro, he just did it out of the love of whistling.
The fucking mascot, man.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Hey, dude. Man, I remember one time I was in the pisser
Uh-huh.
at Studios, the old one,
Yeah.
and you know how it's like in an angle.
Yeah,
And, like,
it was
and like you get the stall, and then you get the urinals on this side.
uh-huh.
Dude, I was on the last urinal because I was like, man, I don't want nobody to fucking bother me. Dude, tell me why they start fighting, bro.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
start fighting right next to me, bro. So I'm like,
You're getting bumped into anyways.
bro. But I can't turn it off, bro.
That's why he had to piss on the one urinal that was by itself.
That's what I'm. That's
oh,
what
that
I
one, man,
was.
that was the safe one, bro.
They fought all the way into
Bro,
it.
Must have been a big fight,
It
bro.
was like
Big
a
fight.
funnel, bro. Some motherfuckers are like, and the guy in the,
The guy that would do the spray, the
he's like,
the
hey,
perfume guy.
He should have sprayed him.
Sprayed him with perfume.
Get it out. Take it outside.
Like you spray the dogs and they start fighting.
Right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I used to use that one, or I would go into the one of the stalls because you never knew.
Yeah.
The old one was wild, bro.
Nice.
Yeah. But you used to get all kinds of motherfuckers in there.
Yeah, for sure.
But my guys used to call it the torta, and the old lady fucking,
What?
you get a lot of tortas to go in there, bro.
No, I know that.
And old ladies.
And old ladies. Okay,
No.
okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Because like a lot of them were like faithful to that bar, bro. Like they're like, I remember coming here for 20 years.
Yeah, bro. That was.
Do you get any of those?
Yeah, we
The
get some of
OGs?
those. Yeah,
OGs?
The OGs. Yeah, we do. We do get some people that have been around for a while.
So they switched over from the other one
Yeah.
to, oh shit, that's
I
crazy.
mean, hey man,
Yeah.
it's opened up again. Why not? So hey, if you remember the old studios, stop by, say hi,
Yeah.
Do that
Um,
little whistle again.
and see if the whistle guy's there. Especially, he might stop by. You never know. So back to the comics, or back to the comedy shows in general. How often is this a once a month deal so far?
So far, so we do it. We do it once a month. Once every first Friday.
Okay.
We do it like that. Just because we just started it. If
Yeah,
we
you're
get-
testing the waters.
Yeah, if we get to the point where you know what I mean, like we have enough comics, we have enough people and enough demand, then maybe we could do it like every 2 weeks. I feel like that's why we're gonna do the open mic night. You know what I mean? Once we start getting comics through there and stuff like that, then maybe we could move on to doing stuff. I really want to do more live shows on Friday nights. I feel like we don't have a lot of that over here.
Okay.
Everybody does the DJ stuff, which is it's cool too.
Live
but-
show like bands and stuff.
Like so, yeah. So like I
'Cause
like
that'd be pretty cool.
yeah.
too.
So like musicians, like bands, like the one bad thing is that my place it's not big enough sometimes. You know what I mean? Like so like even like this for this show, I wanted to we're having Ruben come in. I wanted to showcase maybe like a band, like a local band. We have a band that I work with all the time. Caliente,
Okay.
Caliente Old School. So they're like a Santana cover band. They're badass.
Nice.
But they do take up a lot of space. You know what I mean, with the instruments and to set up and everything.
Oh,
else.
that's what you meant. Okay.
Yeah. So for me to have the stage ready for the comedians and the musicians, it's a space thing and a time. It's a time thing.
I see. Okay.
So eventually, I mean, so I feel like the open mic night, you get more, smaller bands or smaller.
I'm guessing the
smaller
stage
musicians.
for the
Yeah.
comedians are mostly just for a comedian.
Yeah,
Right,
you know what I
right,
mean. So
okay.
like, because of audio and setting up and mics and everything
Yeah,
else, so and lighting, so we'll get there. You know what I mean?
Okay,
I
okay.
feel like with the open mic nights, we'll learn a little bit more on how to do stuff and how to.
Well, I mean,
know.
why don't you just do like besides going back and forth? I mean, since you're just throwing it out there, like just pure bands. You know what I mean? Like a band night, like for like maybe local like beginner bands.
Yeah, well, that's what the mic night's gonna be. You know what I mean? And
Okay,
maybe we'll
okay.
showcase bands
Okay.
like that through it. Again, we're still working out the kinks.
Gotcha.
We're figuring it out, and we'll get there, bro.
No, I hear you.
We did bandas for a summer.
Oh, okay.
We did like actual bandas.
Yeah.
We brought in a lot of local. Well, everybody was local.
Yeah, I ain't even thought about that.
Yeah, we did that,
Yeah.
dude. It
how,
was
how popular that shit is nowadays. Like what? Like look, just bandas in general.
Bandas and trios.
Yeah. How many of those
yeah.
guys want to
The only thing with that, to be honest, is it's expensive. It's your overhead is a lot. You know what I mean?
Oh, I see.
So you have nights that are really, really good, but then you have nights where nobody shows up. You know what I mean? And,
Oh,
and
okay.
so it basically
Because
eats-
it's like open mic nights type
yeah.
situation. Right.
So well, no, like on that one, it was actual bandas. Like we would pay bandas.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we would promote it and everything else, like bailes.
Mhm.
But again, my place is too small, so like when when people wouldn't show up, you know what I mean, that it basically cancels itself out. You know what I mean, your good nights and your bad nights.
Right.
You end up just breaking even, so it wasn't
Okay,
really
okay.
worth our effort, I think, at the end of the day. So we squashed that, and then we just went back to DJs, and then
Mhm.
again we were trying to do the comedy thing.
Mhm.
It was hard to get it going at first again.
Right. All the territory stuff.
Yeah, bro. Like
I didn't realize it was like that. You know what I mean? Because I mean, guess I don't really hear too many. I guess comics in general talk about stuff like that. But then again, I guess maybe that's all between owners. You know what I
bro,
mean?
and,
Like, I don't really know because I
and
mean
then-
I'm sure comics talk amongst comics about like places where to go, where not to go, so on and so forth. But I didn't really know owners were like type like boss type situation where it's always like, nah, I don't want you going over there.
yeah, bro, and
know what
like
I mean?
honestly,
Like-
like, people would be listening to this and be like, he's full of shit. But no, like, I told Amano was looking at me like I was crazy.
Right,
he-
because you
so-
don't really hear.
Yeah,
anything like
so
that
he set
before,
up
right.
he set up
Behind the scenes.
the Eventbrite for it, right, for the first show,
Mm-hmm.
and he set it up and everything else, and it kept on getting flagged, and I was like, bro, I'm like, someone's reporting it then. And he's like, bro, I don't know, man. He goes, I'm trying to. He literally had to set up like 3 times. I'm like, you know what, bro? I'm like, I'll use mine. I'm like, maybe because it's yours is new. I'm like, mine has been set up for years for different events.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, so if they flag it, I'm pretty sure Eventbrite will tell me something, or you know what I mean, or send me an email that
Yeah,
I
what's
have to
going
do
on,
something.
right.
Yeah. So like he had that. He had a couple of things that would happen, or he would have comedians that be like, no, I can't do it, or stuff like that. You know, things that didn't make sense to him. So
Mm-hmm.
I started telling him like the whole story on why we think things that happen.
Yeah, yeah.
And then eventually like he saw. He's like, bro. He's like, no. He's like, you're right. He was like, people don't want it to happen. I'm like, bro. I'm telling you, like, and now
That's
and the crazy thing is now
Yeah.
that we have our show
Uh-huh.
and we started this summer, now there's comedy shows popping up on the south side. Like now I think Magoo's has one.
So
There's
you're starting to see competition all of a sudden.
now I'm starting to see comedy shows pop up.
Now, what do you think that's all about?
I think now like it's they see
The
that,
word's
that
getting out?
The word's getting out that that you
Damn.
can do
People on
comedy
the
in the
south
south
side,
side. You know what I
yeah.
mean, and people are gonna.
Now,
start
how'd
doing
that
it.
work? How'd that word get out? Like, just because they're like, damn, look at this guy. Look at these guys. They're doing pretty good over there. Maybe we should try it.
marketing and maybe other comedies.
Damn,
like you said,
biters.
comedies talk to comedians, and you know what I mean, and that's
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
yeah.
They start doing it, and honestly, bro, competition is always good. Like,
Competition
Nah,
is
of course.
healthy, bro.
I hear you.
competition
Yeah.
is always good.
Can't be
People-
the only one. I hear you. Yeah.
Yeah, people ask me all the time, like, bro, I'm like, if I could have 10 bars open up right next door to me, that would be great. I'm like, because that's going to bring in more people. That's going to be, you know what I mean?
Oh, I see.
It's-
Yeah.
it keeps you on your toes, you know what I mean? And
Yep.
like, honestly, like, for me, it's a good thing. I want to see a lot more comedy shows pop up on the south side. You know what I mean? More people doing it. I still think our comedy, for the price, the venue,
Mhm.
safety, parking, everything that we offer, bro.
Mhm.
We have I still think we have the best comedy show on the south side right now.
There you go.
I mean, you're not gonna beat $10 a ticket, $5 a ticket, especially for the caliber of comedians we have.
Yeah, for sure.
You go downtown, bro, that show's gonna cost you at least 30, 40, $50
Mm-hmm.
a seat. You know what I mean? Plus
Yeah.
parking, plus drink minimums, plus all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And the drinks are more expensive over there. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah. No,
Oh,
I'd be
yeah.
seeing your flyers with like drink specials and stuff, especially during like certain days of the week or even like even football Sundays. I'm noticing stuff too, which is pretty cool.
You got the free, what is that, food? Halftime food?
Yeah, like halftime, I'll order food. You know what I mean? We
Yeah.
just
There you
everybody
go.
eat. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
If I had a
Awesome.
kitchen, it'd be even. You know what I mean?
I
better
gotta
I
ask.
go throw it down, but
Do you have red zone?
red. No, I don't.
Oh, I'm telling you, the red zone will. If you build it, they will come.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
You know
There's
what?
a lot of football guys out there that want to get away.
Fantasy football.
Yeah.
yeah. You know what it is, bro? With the bars, it's different. So
Yeah,
like
you get a different price, right?
you get different prices. Like
I hear you. No, I hear it's tough. I hear
Yeah.
it's tough when it
Yeah.
comes because I notice a bar that would have it one year, they don't have it the next year because of the exact reason. Like, nah, it's too pricey now.
yeah, like Canelo fights, perfect example, bro.
Okay.
Before I used to pay, man, like $1,200, $1,800 for the Canelo fight, which was reasonable. I mean, we would charge a couple dollars at the door. We make it up at the door, not all at the door, but we'd make it up, part of it, and then at the
Drinks
bar,
and all
people
that,
and everything else. Bro, last fight, they wanted to charge me $3,800. He wanted to charge me $4,000. And then they're like, oh, we'll give you a
What?
discount. We'll give you a discount. They're like $3,800. I'm like, bro, you guys are crazy. Like, you guys aren't.
That's
gonna
through
fucking-
pay per view or whatever the hell that
through that-
shit
through
is
that
or
thing
whatever it
that-
is.
Yeah, because you have to buy it through them, through,
Right.
like the promoter.
That's
It's called Joe Hands.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so it's like, bro,
I knew it was expensive, but I didn't know it was
it's
like
ridiculous. I'll show
because
and like
because how you, all right, and I get like big, I guess big bars because they can make that money back because I guess they have the space and whatever the room
Yeah.
and whatever to get that money back
Right.
if they with through their food or their drinks or whatever. But yeah, I mean if you want to just have a couple people and blah blah blah, and you're trying to I guess have a crowded amount of people in there if for your place. That's man, that's asking too much, man.
yeah, bro. Like I know my numbers already. You know what I mean?
Right, right, of
So I
course.
kind of know what I'm gonna make for a night. I would be lucky if I would break even. Lucky.
That's what I'm saying. So like, is it worth it? You know what I mean? Right.
Yeah,
You're
like
asking
after-
yourself, is it
after-
really that worth it?
After all the overhead, you know what I mean? Like I'm basically opening the doors with in the whole $3,800.
I
you know what
got you.
So yeah.
well,
stuff
have you
like
heard
that.
of these websites?
So
You
I
can't
don't-
do that, bro.
Yeah. So the only
How
thing
much is that?
bro,
How much is that fee?
dude? So
Oh,
I
really?
just
There's a
talked
fee
to
on that,
I
huh?
just talked to a guy.
Damn, they're cracking down on all that
Yeah,
shit.
because
Huh?
I have an insurance company on the side,
Uh-huh.
and so I do a lot. I do a lot of insurance for bars and restaurants and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And one of my clients, we were talking about the pay-per-view costs because he gets a really good price, but he's been doing business for like 10 years, constly buying.
So he's got like a hookup sort of.
yeah,
like-
so they're still giving prices from like 2015
Right.
as 2014. But where was I going with this?
So you have a client. I mean, because we were talking about if you get caught illegally.
Oh, so yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry. So so I guess he had done it once. He had streamed it once illegally. Got caught up because now you get caught up because of the VPN.
Yeah.
So what it is
Oh.
what the VPN it shows up, and like that's how you get caught up. That's how they catch people now because
Yeah.
it shoots to the system like, hey,
This guy got a VPN.
yeah, and it's showing the fight. So
oh, he
got
put a
caught up, bro.
VPN in order to try to do it, or
Well,
he
no.
didn't
So
have
like
a
your VPN is anything that you're on, like on your phone. Anything you watch on your phone.
That's what I'm saying. Because usually there's VPN blockers out there now. I don't
Yeah,
know.
like
But I
we
thought
were-
that's
you-
what you
you can
meant,
get
and then
pretty-
they flag like, "Hey, he's using this," but he just straight up just tried to just do this stuff
Yeah, he
on,
did
off
it-
his phone.
Yeah, like back in the day, he did
Okay.
before people knew what VPN was
Of
and all
course,
that
right.
stuff.
Okay, I
But even
gotcha.
then, bro, they have spotters. They have people that literally go and look.
Make sure
and
you're
make
not.
sure.
I see. You know what? I didn't. I seen something on TikTok recently where some. I don't know if it was someone that's paid to do it,
Uh-huh.
but some woman was recording, going like, "Look, they're watching either a fight or something illegally."
Bro, because
And I
the
was like,
fine
"Man,
is like
it's
20.
bogus. Like, come on, man. Like, they're
fine's
trying to hook you up over here.
It's
Like,
from $20,000 to $10,000.
Yeah.
So like he ended up fighting it in court. I think he ended up paying like $8,000 or $10,000.
Did he play the I didn't know,
Yeah, well
you know,
that's what you're
situation?
sup-
I mean,
yeah.
because if it was that back in the day, hit that. I mean, it's just one of those like, I didn't know you can't do that. What's a VPN? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, so it's
when
not,
was there
it's not-
fines for this?
it's not
it
worth
was my
it, bro.
nephew.
Yeah. It's totally not worth it. Yeah, you get caught, it's
Yeah.
money, dude.
It's a lot of
Yeah, so it's like-
Damn. Well, yeah, I'm saying they're making sure you don't. They're making sure they get that money, man.
Yeah, then it's hard now. And
Man, it's
like
crazy.
they offer rewards. You know what I mean, so like you can just have
Also,
someone.
if you trick
yeah,
out
bro,
somebody,
you could just.
Oh, is that what? That's probably she probably knew what she was doing. That bitch on TikTok, bro.
She's probably
She's like
making
I'm
a
about
living
to,
out
I'm
of
about
it.
to make $500.
I wonder how much they.
Oh, it has to be more. It has to be a couple thousand. Because think about
To
it. The
snitch?
fine is you know what I mean?
The fine. They'll pay you the fine.
Yeah. So
They're paying double. I mean, they're not paying double the fine.
You really think the reward's in the thousands? I would be like
If they're
$500.
like no. If they're like 10, if it's like 10,000, probably the reward's probably like 2,500.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It,
Really?
It
I
might
would-
be.
I
We'll
would-
give you
I would
2,500 to make sure none of these bar guys are recording
Hey,
or
man,
showing you a fight
that's-
illegally.
That's money, bro.
Yeah, you gotta
If
man.
you gotta make
if
it
you're
worth
shiesty
people's
like that,
time.
that's money.
No, I hear you though. If that's the case,
That's money,
you come in with like a fake nose and like glasses on, and sit down like, "Hi, can I have a beer, please?" Like,
Yeah.
the fuck?
Get your bitch ass out my.
Get the fuck out of here! Oh man, that's crazy.
Yeah, man, it's just a lot of shit that bar owners have to deal with.
Yeah,
a bar, restaurant, anything that shows over a certain amount of people, right?
Right.
Yeah, like they say, open. You know what I mean? Like open up. It's gonna be great. Open up a bar, and you're like, yeah, it's not what you thought it was gonna be. Kind
Yeah.
of stuff sometimes.
Well, good luck with everything, especially for the show this weekend, and future shows. And again, man, I guess it's awesome seeing the Science Studio 63 back open again. You know, even though I guess there was the one time I was there, so fucked up, I don't even remember from back in the day. But guys, go check it out. But let's switch real quick. We got a little bit of time left. Let's talk about our main subject of the episode, Halloween. Because if they're watching or listening, it's on Halloween. It's this Thursday.
No.
So, yeah, we do pre-records.
Yeah,
So. But I want to ask you: do you still do the Halloween? Do you still celebrate Halloween, like with
Yeah.
kids or trick or treating and all that? Or,
For
I
sure.
mean, are you doing like a Halloween situation at the bar?
So at the bar, we've been celebrating since Friday.
Okay.
So we had, yeah,
Nice.
The whole week.
the whole week.
Okay.
Yeah, Friday
Bring
we
your
had
costume.
we had a
Yeah, okay.
costume,
That's
a
the case,
Selena
right.
costume party. Then we had our regular costume party on Saturday, and then Thursday we just I have a DJ coming in, and people after taking their kids trick or treating could
Yeah.
come and stop by and have a
Stop by
drink.
with your costume.
you know?
Yeah, of course.
Enjoy their own Halloween.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice. Now, did you used to wear costumes? Do you still wear costumes?
I wear costumes.
You go all out, or do you just slap on
Nah,
whatever?
I just buy whatever. At Party City, I'll buy like the whole outfit thing,
Okay.
and I'll do that.
Oh, okay.
And,
Oh, so you're dropping some cash on a fucking costume then?
a little bit, but yeah, ahorita
Yeah,
ya no,
okay,
bro.
okay.
Yeah, now it's
Not anymore?
Now it's
Anymore?
my kids. Now,
No, I hear you.
now I have to buy the kids'
Nah,
costumes.
Of course,
for
yeah,
that.
because even back in my day, yeah, I would put on all sorts of craziness, but then now it's just simple cheech. Yeah. So even with the kids, I mean, how are the kids with the costumes? Like, are they young enough
Good,
where
well,
you're
they're-
picking it out for them, or
Yeah.
or they old enough where they're just doing
Nah,
what they want?
I'm a new dad, so my son's 2 years old, and my
Okay,
daughter's
so you're
like 2
slapping
months.
whatever.
Yeah, so right now like we're dressing them up, whatever.
Those
we
are
can.
funny costumes, by the way. So what'd you do so far?
The first year for my son, we did we dressed him up as Yoda, baby Yoda.
Nice.
And me and my
Okay.
girl were Jedi's.
Uh-huh.
That one was easy.
That was cool.
And then last year, man, this is gonna be horrible. I can't remember. I think last year we did the same thing. I don't remember. Fuck. I don't
Star Wars
remember.
theme,
I don't remember if we did
or
Star
just
Wars
like a
last year.
family situation?
Last year, I don't think we dressed him up, but I don't think we dressed up. And
Okay.
then this year we're all gonna be firefighters.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna be firefighters.
Nice.
Cool.
And
Nice.
then we'll see for next year, bro. It's because with the bar and everything else, I really haven't had time.
Uh-huh.
Next year, my plan is to for sure plan it out a little bit easier. I mean, like
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Party wise, or
both, both
like-
for sure. Both for the,
contest or
for the family costumes and for the
Oh,
bar.
nice, okay,
For the bar
okay.
next year, we'll do something different. I
Gotcha.
think this year we just we're going with the routine. But
no. When was the
next
last time you went to
What
like
is- what is routine? The sluttiest girl?
year- Nah.
The sluttiest costume?
we did that. We added hottest girl costume
Okay.
this year,
Right.
and we added and we did like two first and second place.
nice?
Yeah.
Now let me ask you this for future reference: any Jello fight contests?
No, we it's funny you bring that up. We had a
Jello wrestling.
we had a local bar that
No,
was doing
no.
Jello wrestling
Yeah.
on Thursday nights, and
That's
then it got
hilarious.
shut down.
Yeah, I bet.
And then those guys came over and they're like, "Hey man, we gotta do Jello wrestling." And I was like, "Well,
still gotta
like,
do
let me
this."
think about it, bro." I'm like, "Yeah." So not yet.
Yeah. Okay.
But
I mean, I'm pretty sure it would sell out right away.
never say never. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. All right. When it comes to scary movies, are you a scary movie guy?
Yes and no.
Okay.
I'm more of a slasher movie guy.
Uh huh.
Like the demon, like the Exorcist. All that shit scares me, bro. Like I ain't gonna lie.
Demon shit, right?
Yeah, like
Like
the demon
exorcism
shit. Like
type
I don't
shit.
fuck with it, bro. Yeah,
I hear
fuck
you.
that.
Right. Yeah.
I watched that movie once, and that was I don't know, like 20-something years ago. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was good with that.
Okay. No, I hear you because like.
I think that's a Latino thing, though. Like,
No, you're right. Because when it comes to that type, I don't like that stuff either. But I don't really. Ah, damn. I don't really like believe in that type of stuff. But like when I watch it, it freaks me out.
yeah,
You know? Yeah. It's,
I
but
can't
like,
sleep.
no,
Yeah,
not,
for
not like
sure.
that. But you like the slasher movies, as in like that really you enjoy
The
those.
Terrifier.
yeah,
and
like
shit?
those.
Okay.
You know what? I haven't seen the new Terrifier one.
I was gonna bring him up. Yeah, like he's been low key coming up the last couple of years, right?
Yeah, the rankings.
And
yeah.
now shout out Studio Dog. But yeah, like it's a clown, but
He don't
with
talk.
like crazy looking teeth and all that. I didn't really know too much about him, and then I come to find out he's like a demon or some shit.
Yeah,
Oh, is he? My
He's-
brother put me onto the movies. I saw the first one,
yeah, he's-
and then I
Yeah,
caught up
I
on-
guess
He's
this.
gory as hell.
I guess
Yeah,
his recent.
it's
I guess
super
his recent one kind of does more of a backstory. It's like I mean, and then it's like I guess it's yeah, but I don't mind it. I guess you said it's super gory, right?
the first one I saw was gory.
Yeah, how he murders people, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Did he murder any children in the first one?
No, not the first. The first
Okay.
one, it was like
I think some children get murdered in
it
this.
was like yeah.
and people were kind of like iffy about it. Like,
Yeah,
I
no,
don't
this
know
one
how to
was
feel about it.
Those are teenagers in the first one.
Oh, okay, gotcha. But I mean, yeah, a lot of people have been dressing up as them. Again, maybe I should check them out. I don't care for scary movies. My wife loves them.
Yeah.
Even like she'll watch every single one of them. Honestly, now I don't know if she's watched any of the Terrifier movies. Maybe I should tell her if she do that.
I think they're on Prime or some shit.
Okay, but now let me ask you this: what about haunted houses?
Like going to haunted houses?
Yes.
You know what? I went to a couple, but it wasn't. I just wasn't scared.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. They
Yeah,
didn't
like-
scare you.
Nah.
No, you didn't. Now, did you go to like the good ones, or did you go to like those whatever ones? Because I heard to like there's like some top of the line
the
ones. out
13th
there.
Well, because
floor
you know they're
and-
gonna pop up on you. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like
Okay,
you
so
know
your
that-
mentality, it's already expected. So you're all like
Yeah.
you're walking in there, strobe lights. You're like, guy's gonna pop out with chainsaw. Poof, I knew it. The guy's gonna come over here.
Yeah.
Clown. Yeah, I knew that. You're that mentality type situation.
Yeah,
This
that's-
guy's gonna stab me.
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Like,
you got me.
like, you know what I mean? Like, you know
Yeah.
what else is gonna happen to you? It's all
Right.
it's all just for
Okay.
show. So yeah, I'll walk through it. You know what I mean? But it doesn't scare you.
Okay.
Like they might catch me. Like whoa,
Right.
a
Jump
couple of
scare
times.
and shit.
Yeah.
See
but
now,
that's what
I just don't understand the people that love it. You know what I mean? Like that they're paying to like do that.
Bro,
go
some of
through it.
these haunted houses are pricey as hell, bro.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So like, and then they gotta wait in a long ass line too.
Yeah.
On top of that, especially in the cold ass weather, because around this time it's cold.
Mhm.
And then once you get in there, you're being tormented for however long the maze is or whatever it is. You know what I mean? While like you said, there's people jumping out at you with chainsaws and knives and shit. And there's one where like you have to sign a waiver and they'll put hands on you.
Yeah, like I mean, like,
Like, why would you pay for that? Why would you pay for that?
No, it's crazy because the last one I went to, it was like a town.
okay.
So it was in Indiana, and it was like 4 haunted houses at once.
Oh, that's
So
cool.
they had
Oh,
like an
all right.
alien one,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
had a clown one, they had
Uh-huh.
a zombie one, and the
Uh-huh.
other one was like just different
Yeah, yeah.
phobias. Just people have like spiders and snakes and all that
Uh-huh.
shit. And they like you walk around the town. If you have a wristband to any of those, or if you have a wristband to all 4, you
Okay.
can go through the haunted house.
Can you like crisscross?
Yeah, you can go through. And it was crazy because throughout that town they had like people scaring you too.
Yeah, yeah.
There was a guy chasing you.
Someone's in the bushes.
There there was a guy chasing you around with a chainsaw.
Yeah.
You know,
To the next house?
Yeah. Dude, so I was cool, and my oldest was cool, but my youngest, like, dude, that chainsaw, she's like, ah.
Yeah, I think when you're a kid, like that shit, yeah, like you'll be traumatized. You know what I mean? But like,
Yeah,
when you're
but
an adult, you kind of know they're not gonna hurt you.
But even still, there are adults that know that just like to get scared
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
They're like they get off on that type of shit. I don't get it.
The adrenaline, I guess.
Yeah, I'm just like, nah, I'll pass. I'm good. Next.
Yeah, but that shit was fun. I mean, it's,
Yeah. Okay. See. Again, I'm not gonna just drive to get and then pay to get scared. You know what I
but
mean?
it was like
Yeah.
it was like a group of us. It was like more like
Okay.
a group
Right.
thing,
Group effort.
But
I
yeah,
get it.
That's
but
cool.
it was fun. What about stories, bro? You got any scary stories?
Oh, bro.
Yeah,
we
ghost
need-
stories.
We need a whole nother hour for that one.
All right. We got a little bit of time.
right.
What's a ghost story? Go ahead.
So I have a video. I'll show it to you guys.
You got a video. All right. Go ahead.
Yeah, I got a video. So it happened at the bar.
Oh.
So, long story short, I had a bartender, and she used to say, "No, you know, the bar's haunted. The bar's haunted." I'm like, "It's not haunted." So in the back where the ice machine is at, like you hear the ice machine like always like dumping
Running
ice, and
and
people freak
dropping
out.
ice, yeah.
It is like the darkest corner of the bar. You know what I mean? We're turning off the lights and everything.
Yeah.
So one day I was fixing some stuff back there, and we have the ice machine, and then in front of the ice machine there's this cooler that I have. You know what I mean, where we put beer and stuff like that in the fridge, and I had a bucket on top of it, and it was rocking. And while I was on the wall, I was and you could see it clearly on the camera. The bucket's like rocking, and in my head I'm thinking, man, that bucket's gonna fall right now. And I'm doing whatever I'm doing on the wall, and then when I turn around to grab the bucket's not sideways anymore. It's
Straight up.
straight up.
Yeah.
And then I was just like, I looked at it and I was just, I didn't get scared, you know what I mean? But I was just like okay, like,
Hey,
that-
yo, I swear that thing was gonna fall.
yeah, like, okay, that just happened. And then, yeah, I see a little hair, right? Whatever I did, I finished doing what I was doing. And then, like, I was like, man, like it still kept on the back of my head. And then so that weekend, I'm like, dude, like I didn't check the camera. Like, let me check the camera and check the footage. And on the footage, you could see the bucket just like, it looks like somebody grabs it because you could. I'll show it to you guys. You could see it looks like someone grabs it, but you could see my hands by the wall. So it wasn't me like subconsciously just that grabbed it. Like you could see like some movement, and all of a sudden like the bucket moves, but then you see my hands still on the wall. So it's like.
And there's no AC unit next to it.
No fan.
Yeah, no fan, no nothing. That's probably the most recent.
I was gonna
interesting
say now,
event.
what do the bartenders say they hear or see or whatever?
So all the new bartenders don't see or hear anything.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
that's I mean, but
All right.
and then the only thing is, so that building where we're at, it used to be
Cemetery.
An Indio burial ground.
it's an
Indian
old
burial
building.
ground.
So like, if you go into the basement, it's weird because you have like a regular basement, and then like you have like steps, and then like it's a sub basement. You know what I mean? Like so it looks like a crawl space, but you could still like walk if you duck down. You could walk in there. So what that is that's where the old street used to be, and that's where the old building used to start. And then you could see where they they lifted the street up and where it is now, kind of like like here in Pilsen and in the city,
Yeah.
certain place like that. So that's how that area was. And the building where we're at upstairs, like you could walk up there sometimes during the day and you'll feel kind of weird. What it was is Summit used to be a real I don't know if I'm using the right word, transient town where people would just pass by all the time because that was the outskirts of Chicago.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So literally, like you crossing Harlem is Chicago. So it's Chicago, Harlem, Summit. There's old books like old. I think there's an old Hemingway book written about Summit. So all the gangsters like Al Capone days and all that, they all used to go hide out when stuff was happening. They would all go hide out in Summit. So Summit had a lot of buildings, and they were like. They weren't motels. They weren't hotels. They were where you could rent a room instead of renting an apartment.
Oh,
You would just
okay.
rent like a room, like it was a co-op.
Right.
So upstairs, that building. That's what it was upstairs, and they say that like someone had died.
People get murdered up there all the
were
time?
murdered all the time. And then just another thing about Summit. So on the back end of Summit runs the canal, and then so what bootleggers would do is they would run boats up to the canal, and then they would unload those boats with all the liquor and the barrels and stuff, and they would take it in through Summit, and then that was a pickup spot.
Yeah.
And that's where all the liquor would go into Chicago from.
Oh, I see.
Because after Summit, bro, it was all farm.
Right.
It was all farm, like Justice, Willow Springs, like all those little towns.
Yeah.
Like those are all more like Willow Springs. Maybe may have some old buildings still, but like all that stuff was farmland. You know what I mean? So Summit has a really cool history,
Nice.
and that's ghost stories. Summit probably has a couple. Summit has a couple of good ghost
So we're
stories.
saying a lot of people have been murdered in your building.
Yeah,
You don't know.
yeah, we don't know.
It may or may not.
no, yeah.
That's how.
But that's probably like the recent ghost story that I have.
nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for stopping by. We really appreciate having you here for the episode. I mean, again, before we get out of here, please promote everything you got going on. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, come check us out this Friday, especially. Obi over here will be making his comedic debut at Studio. He's going to be opening up the night for us. We're really excited about that.
Nice.
We have a really cool lineup. Again, you can buy tickets on Eventbrite.
Hurry up before you sell out.
Yeah, before we sell out. Or you know what I mean, we'll be selling tickets there on Eventbrite, and we'll be selling tickets at the door. Yeah, just come check us out, man. I to be honest, I think
Come out, guys. Support.
best comedy show for bang for your buck. I guarantee you that.
And like I said earlier, the best goddamn Southside comic show out there.
Yeah.
What's up? Yeah, and then go follow Studio 63 on every social media platform.
Yeah, for sure. Studio 63,
Studio
Studio
63
63
Summit,
Summit.
right?
Yeah, follow
Bro, you
us,
should just put that bucket
like.
video out there for Halloween, man.
Let me think about it. You know what? I want to scare people, bro. They're not gonna
They're
have
gonna be like, I don't want to go. 'cause
yeah,
it's
there
watching.
people are, and it's right next to the girls' washroom. The girls are gonna be like,
Oh, wait. Forget about that. Forget
Yeah,
about
yeah,
that.
so-
Yeah, come on.
Maybe we
It's not haunted. I swear to God. People weren't murdered in that building.
Yeah.
But yeah, come out, guys. Support the comedy show. And then any other shout outs, Obi?
No, just come through.
Yeah.
I mean, I already got a lot of people come in.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we've
So-
been shouting it out already for the last
yeah.
couple weeks. So
Yeah, I appreciate it, guys. I see you guys marketing and everything else.
hey,
Yeah.
man, we got
I
to do
think
what we
that's
gotta do.
huge, bro. I mean, like, just I know we're running out of time, but yeah, like that's the thing. If we don't promote it and we don't, root for the South Side and bring people and show them what we have and everything else. I mean, like if Southsiders don't do it, bro, nobody else is gonna do it for
Yeah,
us. You know
of
what I
course,
mean?
of
So
course.
we gotta really
It's because the South always gets a bad rep, bro. But not
Yeah.
all South is
it's
bad,
not.
bro.
Yeah, it's not, bro. I mean, not all. Yeah, exactly. I mean, and I think we still have a stigma from the old one. I mean, old crowds, everything else. I have a lot of security at the new one. We do a lot of stuff. We do a lot of things different. Security is one of my biggest priorities when it comes to
Nice. Okay.
everybody just having a good time. Because honestly, bro, at the end of the day, everybody just wants to have a good time.
Of course.
Yeah, I mean,
Go home safe, bro.
Go home safe. We all got kids.
So guys,
You know what I mean, we all
again,
got families. You know what I
come
mean?
out.
So
Have a good time.
yeah.
Enjoy yourself. Come laugh. And again, we have a large, friend community, the both of us. So when we found out this guy's about to have his first legit show, we all got excited and we're like, we're there, man. So we're excited to see him, and we're excited to see what other comics you have, especially your other closer.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. It's gonna be a good time. We're gonna put on a good show for everybody. Everybody's gonna have a blast, and then after that, we got the DJs. I mean, everybody could chill, dance.
Yeah, awesome, good time. All right, and then
The whistle man gonna come.
You know what?
the whistle man might be
Let me
there.
see what I can do. But then we're gonna have this guy whistling the whole comedy show. You know what I mean? It might-
No. Bring him after.
Afterwards, all right.
That's hilarious. But all right,
Well, man, let me see what I can do. Let me see what I can do.
let's
I'll
get out
find
of
him.
here. Let's get out of here, guys. Obi, where can everybody find us, man?
Everybody can find us on Spotify, Amazon Music, Pandora, Castbox, Pocket Cast, Apple, Podvine, and eBooks.
And of course, if you're watching us, or if you're not watching us, guys, go check out the costumes that we're wearing. This is a Halloween episode. Go hit that YouTube subscribe button. I know it's a little hassle, but you got to log in because we are a dirty podcast. We get demonetized right away. That's just how we roll. What do you want us to do? So in order to subscribe, in order to get that, hit that button, go log in, make an account, do what you got to do. It takes 2 minutes. Hit that bell for the reminders, and then go follow us everywhere on social media at Hose Comedy Podcast. And at Facebook, we are at Hose Pod, HOZPOD. Hit those follows, hit those likes, go support us, the algorithm, drop comments, do all that. And then, all right, until next week, this has been another episode of the Hose Comedy Podcast. I'm Hondo.
I'm Obi.
And Luis, thank you for stopping by. We really appreciate it. And again, guys, go out there, support Studio 63. And yeah.
No, thank you guys for having me, bro. I appreciate it. I had a lot of fun.
Oh,
All right.
Awesome. We've been, you know what? We're happy you did have fun.
Well,
Appreciate it.
now you're in the books, bro.
All right, guys. Until next time. Peace out.
Peace.
Break.